Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sneha and today we're testing a foundation hack. I think this hack is especially suited for those with oily skin, and since I have super oily skin, I think I'm a good candidate to test it. So let's get started. The first step I've seen them do is to prime your skin as always, so I'm going to use the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. By the way, in case you're curious, I have on my nails Caramello by Kathleen Lights. So I'm going to prime my entire face, focusing more on my oily T-zone. I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes, have the redness of my skin come down, and I'll be right back. Okay, that's been a couple of minutes. So to truly test the hack, I'm going to do one half of my face with just the foundation, and today I'm using this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and I'm using the shade 108 Caramel Beige. So I'll do one half with just the foundation, and the other half where you put powder before you put your liquid foundation. So that way we can do a wear test throughout the day and see which half of the face performs better. I'm going to be using the same brush for both sides. I'm using my Sephora Pro Mini Flawless Airbrush brush. I think I'm going to do it on this side because that way I'll be able to test if applying powder under foundation clings to any dry patches. So I do have one acne that's kind of going away, and one which is almost gone away. It's kind of flattened, but these two still have sometimes dry patches or dry skin around them, so it'd be interesting to see if the powder application before the foundation makes them cling to it. So I'm going to do the only foundation on my right side. That's what one thin layer of the foundation looks like. So on this side, I'm going to first apply some of the RCMA No Color Powder, and I'm going to use a powder puff. I know it sounds crazy because traditionally we've always been taught not to mix powders and liquids. And I've not seen anybody dust it off. They just go on top of this with foundation. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Using the same brush, but this time I'm not going to buff the foundation into the skin. I'm just going to dab. Surprisingly, it's not. I mean, it's going on as smooth as the other side. So I don't know if it's the foundation, but I do see some clinging to dry patches on both those and around the sack. I also feel like it may have given me more coverage and color on this side. Do you see that compared to this? But that is the foundation up close. So this half, there's no powder before the foundation. It's just foundation straight up on top of face primer, and on this half I have face primer, then a layer of powder, and then the layer of the same foundation. So I'm just going to go on and finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back finishing the rest of my makeup, and in case you're curious about this look, it will be up on my channel, and as soon as it's up, I'll link the tutorial in the description box below. It should technically be the next video coming up after this foundation hack video. But yeah, so it's been a couple of hours since the first foundation application. Now for either case, I see that this particular foundation really clings to dry patches. But other than that, as of now, I don't see any difference in the oil production between the two sides. Both seem fairly equal. The only other thing I'm seeing is this foundation is settling more into my smile lines on this side where I had the powder. In comparison with this side, it seems to have less settling in. So I'll come around the 5-hour mark next, just to check and see if the oils are coming through or not. Alright guys, so I was editing and I forgot that I had to check in at the 5 hours, so this is more like a little over 6-hour check-in, and as far as I can tell, I do not see any difference between the two sides. So again, on this side I have no powder under the foundation, and on this side I had the powder and then the foundation. So I don't know, can you guys tell a difference? My nose is equally oily on both sides. I don't see one side particularly more shiny than the other, so you do see some oil coming through, but that's on both sides. It's not just on one side. Sorry, ignore my lipstick. I just had lunch, so it's a little patchy. But otherwise, the makeup looks good on both sides. Maybe I chose the wrong foundation to test this, I guess. Shouldn't have used a mattifying foundation, or maybe the weather outside is not too hot today. I don't know, maybe around 16 or 18 degrees Celsius. So that may be it. But so far, I cannot tell a difference. Both sides look equally good. So I'm going to do another check-in towards the end of the day, maybe in another 2 to 3 hours. And I can let you know if this hack actually worked for me or not. So alright guys, this is the 8-hour check-in, and again, I don't see any difference between the two sides in terms of oil production or the foundation staying on longer. Bring you guys up close. I do have more creasing on the left side of my face where I had the powder before. So I'm just going to quickly blot and see if there's any difference underneath this oil. I'm just taking NYX blotting paper. So that is the oil and also some foundation that's come off from the right side where I don't have the powder underneath. So this is what I have on this half, and this is what I have on this half. Maybe there is some marginal oil difference, at least based on the blotting sheet, but in my opinion, definitely not worth it. I mean, what's the difference between this versus this oil production on your face? Other than the fact that you had an additional step to do on this side, I really can't tell. So for me personally, with this particular foundation that I used, this hack was a fail, and even with my super oily skin, I did not see any difference between the two sides. Keep in mind that it's not super hot outside here, it's relatively cold, but this hack was definitely a big fail for me. Let me know if you've tried this hack before and if it worked or failed for you. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye!